Good morning, students. I hope you will be fine and safe at your home. Dear student, before starting today's class, I want to tell you a thing that is related with your previous homework and as well as today's homework. From today, we are going to provide you your solution and current homework in form of PDF file. So you will get the PDF file of solution and as well as homework. So let's start today's topic. You can see here chapter 2, longitudes and latitudes. Yes student, in this lesson we have already discussed about the shape of the earth, the problem, how to locate a place on the earth, and longitude. And then after today we will see the topic that is prime meridian and lines of latitude. So before starting, first of all we will discuss about the prime meridian. Yes my dear student, prime meridian is known as in other name, that is Greenwich line. Greenwich line, why? The observatory where this prime meridian is observed, that place, that observatory is located in Greenwich. Yes student, Greenwich is a place of London. Because of observatory located in Greenwich, this line is also called prime meridian and it passes from the observatory, that is Greenwich. We can say prime meridian or Greenwich line or 0 degree line. So, and other thing is important regarding this meridian, or you can say regarding this line, because what? Yes, it is helpful in determining the time. It is helpful in determining the time. Dear student, the whole world saw the time from starting point is prime meridian. Yes student, it is the starting point. We saw the time from 0 degree or prime meridian. So you can see here it is the standard line of longitude assumed to be crossing the Royal Observatory in Greenwich near London. It is marked 0 degree. It is marked 0 degree, that's why it is also called 0 degree line. So common name is prime meridian or Greenwich line or 0 degree line. This longitude divides the world into two equal halves. Yes student, this longitude divides the earth into two equal halves. From this line towards the east side is called eastern hemisphere, and from the prime meridian from this line towards the west side is called western hemisphere. So world is divided into two parts from 0 degree line, or you can say prime meridian. This is the it is the line from where whole world is divided into two parts. One part is called eastern hemisphere and another is western hemisphere. So my dear student, the region 180 degree east of the prime meridian called eastern hemisphere. 180 degree east of the prime meridian called eastern hemisphere, and the region 180 degree west of the prime meridian called western hemisphere. So By this line divides the world into two equal halves, Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere. And next thing is the longitude. It is also the longitude 180 degree east and 180 degree west are the same, means both are same, form a single line called the international date line. Form a single line that is called international date line, and this line already I have discussed about it. It is also helpful in determining the time zone. And my dear student, here I want to tell you our India is located in Eastern Hemisphere, and the distance from the 0 degree India is have 5.5 hour forward from the 0 degree or prime meridian. Okay, so it's all about the prime meridian, and our next topic is lines of latitude. Dear student, first of all we have to draw a globe, and then after we have to take 2 points. That will be one will be north 90 degree north pole, and it will be south pole, and we have to draw a line that will be divide this circle, this globe into two equal part. This line will be 0 degree, or you can say equator. Yes student, equator divides the earth into two equal halves, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. India lies in northern hemisphere. So here we are discussing about the latitudes. What are latitudes? Latitudes are the imaginary line circling around the earth towards east to west. So from equator we started drawing the line. We have to draw from equator towards the top, you can say towards the north pole, 90 line, and each line will carry 1 degree. So when we complete here 90 line, it will be called 90 degree. And from downside, from the equator we have to draw 90 parallel lines towards the parallel line with equator, that will be called latitudes. So here I have drawn some important latitudes. You can see here is the 0 degree equator, and 23.5 degree Tropic of Cancer, 66.5 degree north Arctic Circle. In the same way, when we saw to the downside from the equator, Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degree south, Antarctic Circle, 66.5 degree south, and here is the north pole, south pole, 90 degree. Okay, so it's all the important latitudes that will locate on the globe. And my dear student, you can see here midpoint of a globe, equator divides the earth into two equal halves, northern and southern hemisphere. Now we can draw parallel distant equidistant line at a distance of 1 degree towards north and south from the equator, towards the north and towards the south from equator, getting shorter and shorter as the move towards the poles, as they move towards the pole. जैसे जैसे ये पोल की तरफ बढ़ती जाती हैं, लाइन कैसी होती है बेटा? शॉर्टर. Yes, line getting shorter when it moves from equator towards the north pole, and when it's moved towards the south pole from the equator, it's getting short. So there would be 90 degree 90 lines to the top and the 90 lines to the bottom of equator. I have already discussed it. Thus there are 181 lines of latitudes, 90 above and 90 down. 180, and this line, this one line, that is equator, 181 lines of latitudes. Latitudes called the great circle. Yes student, latitudes, which latitudes called the great circle? Equator. It is the latitude which called great circle. Great circle means it is a big line on the globe. That's why equator is called a great circle. And next thing and important thing is that is based on latitudes and longitudes. One problem is there. Earlier we have discussed about it. How to locate a place on the globe, on the map exactly. So, my dear student, this lesson is based on latitudes and latitudes, and these latitudes and longitude, which are imaginary line, both line latitudes, with the help of longitudes and latitudes, we get the exact location of a place. How? So you can see here, we know it is vertical line, you can say it is longitude, and it is sleeping line, you can say it you can say it latitudes, it is longitudes, and it is latitudes, and both line divides each other at a point and make a square shape. This square shape is called grid. This square shape is called grid, and when we started drawing more and more longitudes, we will get more and more square, and this square is called grid. With the help of this grid, we can locate any place on the earth exactly. So for locating any place on the globe or on the map, we use grid system. So it's all about our today's topic and today's class. So I hope you understand. Have a good day.